Hello there, what's going on everybody? We are playing some Armada today at Campus Cards and Games 2, and I am trying out the new C-Roc Gozanti for Separatist from Rapid Reinforcement, and I thought a cool way to do that would be in a Kraken Fleet, so running a Kraken on a Munificent, and he's got heavy ions and ECM to hopefully stay alive. I've got 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 hard cells, each with spinal armament. And the C-Roc Gozanti here has just heavy ion emplacements and nothing else. And we're gonna have fun today, try some things out and see how this whole list works. I'm not running 0 squadrons today, so I'm not sure how well this will work, but it's 6 activations. I haven't run a high activation count in a while, so we'll have to see how it goes. But if you guys are in Orlando, we do these tournaments out at Campus Cards and Games 2 once a month. So check us out at some point. All right, so we are doing some pairings today, and we've got a lot of Empire today. I'm going to be playing Bernie first round, who's running some Gladiators, which is pretty cool. We've got some Superstar Destroyer over here, very cool, and Onagers, and what do we got? A lot of Empire. Victories versus ISD and Glads, and then we have 1 Rebel and 1 Republic player over here. I'm actually the only Separatist. Is everybody else Empire?
Yeah.
There's all Empire and then 1 of each other faction, and then the Rebel and Republic player are paired against each other. And by the way, I think you might need to zoom in a little bit on this massive Providence printout. Look at that! It's in case you couldn't see all of the upgrades that it has. Full sheet printing, which is just I thought it was hilarious. Pretty cool little paint job on this Providence too, with the golden. What did you call it? The chicken hawk?
Chicken hawk, yeah.
Chicken hawk, very cool. Oh gosh, and we got some neon squadrons over here too. Pretty cool. I love seeing all the different paint jobs and stuff that everybody does. It's very cool. So we're gonna get started here in a moment. All right, so I'm playing Bernie today, and Bernie's got some stuff that I have never faced before, like Palpatine, which is really interesting. All right, so we've got a Gladiator Demolisher, Intel Officer, External Intel Officer, and Palpatine. You're just trying to be extremely cruel. And then another Gladiator with External Rex and Intel Officer. Another, oh my God, Fighter Coordination Team on all these guys. Oh, you got Moralo Evol. Oh gosh, I have not gone up against Moralo yet, but Moralo is supposedly the most evil squadron in the world, so we'll see. We've got Corvus here with Palpatine. You put Palpatine on, oh, he's a lifeboat. Okay. And then we've got a Gozanti here with Vader, as you do. And then we've got Jonas, Lambda, and Moralo Evol. Wow. This is, I have no idea. I've never faced a list like this in my life. That's a great thing about Armada. All right, so let me know in the comments what you guys would do against a list like this. Would you just be like, all right, we're toast, or maybe we take down Palpatine early? But then even if we do, you still got Intel Officers at the wazoo. All right, we're set up right now. He started putting stuff over there. I put stuff over here. He reminded me he has Corvus, so now that we're set up, he can now deploy Corvus anywhere in his deployment zone. So that's kind of a nice way to kind of help him kind of offset that disadvantage. And then on his last deployment, he dropped Demolisher right here in front, starting off with a range 1 shot to this little guy. So then I had to put my other 2 ships right here, which is I did not expect. And then he dropped all his squadrons, like right in my face. So real interesting, real interesting. We'll see how this one goes. But I chose I had the point bid, so I chose second player because I was afraid of Moralo Eval like running rampant with like token shenanigans, and I didn't want to see that. So, and I knew I didn't have tokens for mine. Although I was kind of hoping we would have went with opening salvo. That would have been really favorable for this list, but it's not what happened. All right, let's get started. All right, so first activation, demo moves, bumps, and double shots me. He killed me. He got all my defense tokens too. Totally took out a hard cell before I could even activate, which is not cool. At least he has 1 damage on him from the ram. So yes, and now we've and none of these guys can shoot. Well, I guess they have a side shot, but yeah, not cool. All right, so we're closing in on the end of the first round. While the Glad did completely take out one of these beautiful little hard cells here. I did get him down to one hull left. And I had 2 shots. I had a side shot from only one arc here, and I had double arc here, and I didn't roll any of the crits I needed on this guy, but then after the second one, his shields were down from the 3 attacks already, or the 2 attacks already, so I ended up just doing it for a red crit, and but he was causing some rerolls, and all his defense tokens are gone also. Everybody else here moving up pretty fast. Palpatine Raiders kind of coming in pretty fast, and then these guys are kind of spreading out. This one up to speed 3. And then the squadrons are moving around a little bit, so not much. But I mean, a lot of shooting for a first round, and I lost a ship already without taking one in return. Although hopefully it'll be gone this turn. All right, first shot. Demo did shoot. He got a lot of damage in. Drained my front 2 shields a little bit. He did brace for Palpatine this turn, so anybody who braces is going to lose their brace, which is kind of a bummer. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit bummer-ish, but that's okay. That's what happens. Now I've got to go. Unfortunately, well, I salvoed to kill the ships. They didn't bump me, but now I'm like, what do I do now? I guess I'm gonna do some anti-squadrons then. All right, so Palpatine came in here. I got some shots. All right, 1 shot on him, got a damage. And then a bump, so I got 2 damage on him. And if I can kill Palpatine, but Palpatine's already blocked off braces and redirects, causing me to lose some tokens already. So he's already done his work, I suppose. The intel officers still remain. I still have these guys that haven't gone, and he's still got that guy that hasn't gone. And we're each down 1 ship. I'm about to be down this ship though. So we'll see how the rest of it goes. All right, so more shooting and repositioning, kind of getting ready to, hopefully to take out Palpatine soon. This guy moved up here, and I have this guy. This is my last activation. We're just in range to make a Kraken trigger. I'm gonna throw 5 red with Spinal Armament and concentrate fire into his front. And too many blanks. We do get one accuracy in there, so that's cool. So I guess I can. What you've already spent. You've still got the evade, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably stop the evade and then just make this another crit. So if you want to do anything, you'll have to burn it.
Yeah.
So I'm liking Kraken. I'm liking him a little bit. I wish I had some more blue dice to trigger more heavy ion emplacements this round, but these guys. Oh, you know what? I could have probably run them with the blue, the extra blue die when they attack. Because if you want to get out of the front arc, you probably have to go faster. Maybe I'll do that next time. Because then it would help buff up my side attacks as well.
Yeah.
So, end of round 2, he's got some tough choices to make. He's got some really interesting arcs, and I think he probably wants to go with Palpatine first to not lose his flagship. But I also set him up with a movement over here where he's got a double arc on this hard cell. So.
They're hard because I
don't know.
I mean, here's what really.
This is a really interesting match, and it stinks that I lost a whole ship off the bat before I could even activate it. Because being down a whole activation stinks. Because that was what I wanted to do with so many ships. Is like I wanted to go second, so you had to move all your stuff into my web, and then I could open fire, and you kind of thwarted that a little bit. All right, so I guessed he was going to do squadron. He did squadron. He had Moralo eval. Go back here. Oh shoot, sorry. No. Right there. And try to kill him in the rear. Only needed 1 damage, but rolled 2. Basically, didn't get the 1 damage he needed with Moralo. So now he's going to go front to front here into the hard cell. You kind of got to kill him, right? Ooh, you can stop the brace.
I can X for X.
Yeah.
Oh, tokens going everywhere.
And you can't Vader to choke out Palpatine.
No.
You got 3. It's not enough to punch through, though.
Damn.
Unless you bump, but at speed 4, I don't think you're going to be able to bump because I took away your token.
No.
All right, so I think that's it.
Yeah, I can stop the brace and he'd take 3.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll lose 3 on the shields. Are you going to do a side shot here?
Yeah, side.
Because even if I salvo, it's going to go back into your side, which is shielded. So
side to the front, then I guess.
All right, so I've been very, very fortunate. This guy took a big shot at my hard cell that moved out of its way. He rolled almost all blanks with his black dice, even with external racks. So I only ended up taking like one face down damage off a point blank shot to the rear. And then my Gozanti went. I missed against this guy, but I drained the shields. I got heavy ions on this other gladiator here. But the goal is I got to try and kill Palpatine this round. I still have 2 more shots on him to the rear, and I only need 2 damage, so hopefully I can make this happen. All right, so end of round 4, was able to take out the Raider with Palpatine and also the other gladiator, and we just have this guy left and then the Gozanti. So we'll see if he can do something over here. But I think this is gonna be the last round. Okay, so at the end of the round, I didn't have. He still had evades on here, so I wasn't able to take this guy down. He had 2 health left, no shields. The evade saved him, and it was again. I didn't have a medium range shot with this guy. I was like right here, and I just barely didn't have arc, so that was a bummer. So, but I did take out Moralo Eval with squad fire, and he had my flagship on his last shot down to 1 health left because he rolled a perfect roll on his bomber. So that's kind of a bummer, but well, not a bummer. I was glad that he survived. So. But I only actually lost 2 hard cells, although I had a lot of stuff that was almost dead. So it's pretty cool. All right, so end of the first round, I ended up with a win about 150 points ahead and packing everything up. I volunteered for the second round bye, so I am going to be taking off a little bit early because I have a little bit of a headache, and I didn't want somebody else to have to sit out for the second half when I wasn't feeling good. So, yeah, but we had a good time. Big thanks to everybody watching. Big thanks to everybody who came out to the tournament today. And we had a really good game, though. I think the Swarm did good. I think I could foresee maybe changing them up and dropping out Spinal Armament for quads to maybe have blue dice. I think that might work a little bit better since I can only do Kraken once, although somebody suggested slave turrets to me, so I think that is also an option. But we're going to go ahead and call it for today, and I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.